Right, welcome back to the channel everyone. Something a little bit different today. We're going to be digging this one out. I've just pulled it out from under the worktop. What we're going to do in this little episode, we're going to take the panels off hopefully, because I want to try and have a go vinyl wrapping them, because someone's touched it up with a different colour paint and it's got the odd mark on it, and rather than trying to rub it all down and repaint it, I thought we'd have a go at wrapping. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I might try and sit it on this workbench up here. So I'll get it lifted up there and we'll start hopefully seeing how these panels come off. And I may even just, I've got some black paint, I may even just touch the black bits up and freshen it up a little bit. So it all fully works, it holds its charge. It's had new batteries within the last 2 to 3 years. And I've just turned it on now. It's been sat under there for about 2 months. Just pulled it out and it's fired straight away. The battery was still full on it, so yeah, it should make a nice little scooter for someone. So let's get it on the workbench and start stripping it down. Right then, before we actually get into the video, I've got a sticker from Andrew Fawn. I've had this about a couple of weeks now, so yeah, if you haven't got Andrew, go over and check his channel. He does a bit of a variety of stuff, lawnmower fixings and all that, tinkering videos. I did get 2 of these in the post, so I did give one to my dad. I know he's actually put his video out now with that sticker on. I can't remember if you did send me your address, Andrew, and I can't remember if I sent you a sticker out, so just drop a comment below if I didn't send you that out. I can't remember, sort of say. So I also won this on Dusty Blonde's live stream last Sunday. So it was actually a window sucker, but I took the sucker off and I've actually screwed it onto the wall so I can get that up there. So I'll leave a link in the description for Andrew Fawn's channel, and I'll also drop Dusty's in as well. So right then, it's actually started raining out there, so it's not very nice. And it just fits on this tool trolley nicely. Just sits up there nicely. So I've had a few of these in the past. I've had about I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 of these. Different big ones and these little ones. Yeah, I've not took them apart really in the extent of which I'm going to take all the panels off on this one, so this is all new to me. And I know the battery tray lifts out just like that, and that's the batteries disconnected there, so that's a nice and easy little removal there. So we've got a bolt there. I might take that out because that will just clear the seat off then, and that gives us a bit of better access. So I'll take this bolt out. I'll take this back grab handle off as well, which is 4 screws, and then we'll have a look to see how this base comes off. I can see there's 2 Phillips screws there, and I presume there'll be some screws under this matting, but I can't get my finger under it. So let me just get a socket to get this bolt off. Right then, so we've got an Allen key socket there. There's a 13mm bolt on the back side, so take the nut and the washer. And just give that hole a wiggle. There we go. So hopefully this will just lift out now. So he says. It's just a bit stiff in there, that. I think if I got a lever there. What's that lifted? Oh, that's lifted the chair up. It's left a hole in situ. Feels like it's locking on something. So we'll come back to that in a minute. So I'll just stick that bolt through this top one for the minute so we don't lose that. And then we're going to want a fillet. Let's get this little baby out. I'll take this grab handle off first, because I don't want none of this on while I'm going to be rewrapping it, so the most I can get off the better. And I mean, you wouldn't go to this extent doing what I'm doing here if you're just buying stuff to sell, but this is just something for me to tinker about with. If I make a bit of money on it when I finish, then that's a bonus, but if not, it's giving me something to do and make a bit of content for you guys, and hopefully I can learn a bit about wrapping as well. So yeah, that feels like it should separate there. Let's just get these. Right, so that is held at the front, I reckon now. So that's them two screws out. There's three at the back there. Oh, it comes up there, so that's actually just velcroed on there. So let me just get them screws and put them up there so I don't lose them. So right then, so to get this fairing off, it looks like it's going to have to come over this. So what I'm going to do now is undo these two bolts here, which are 10mm. And I just need to grab the ratchet just to stop these spinning. There's one. So that's them two out. Now there is a wire here, so there's probably going to be a plug to undo. Now what I'm actually doing is just undoing this bolt here. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to give this a bit of a tap up. See if I can loosen that. There we go. Yeah, it's just seized in there. So that's that bit out. And hopefully that will just give me a bit of access to lift this back up to see if there's a plug that we can unconnect that cable from. Yeah, there they are. So let me just drop you down there. So I want the power cable for the front there, which is this cable, and there's a cable tie there, so we'll just snip that one. We can replace that after. It looks like someone's been in here anyway, because that one's been snipped, so that might have been to do when it had the batteries changed rather. So that's that out. So now we've just tried to get that plug out there somehow. There we go. And that gives us our front handles disconnected. So we can just put them over here out of the way. So now hopefully we should be able to just lift this main bed off. That's got to be in that position. That's a bit fiddly, that bit. There we go. Right, so we've still got the battery terminal connected up there, so let's just get something to push in there. That's that. And that is the main body off now. So what we want to do is to see if this rubber mat will come off, and I'm sure it will. Yeah, it's just held in with little bungs there, so we can pop them out and give this a bit of preparation. So there's no actual damage to this, no cracks or nothing. I'll just show you what I mean. So people have touched it up there. It's got a few marks, and it's just a puts a bit of liven up. So that's the chassis of it. I am going to be on the lookout for another one of these, obviously one that's not a non-runner, because I don't want to mess about. This is a good one, so while it's a good one, it might as well be out there working for someone. I want to try and find a scrap one which obviously got batteries are no good or something else wrong with it, because what we want to do is try and get one of these and mount an engine on it, like a lawnmower engine or some sort of engine, a Honda engine. So I'll give this a bit of a clean up, but obviously it's still like new under here because it's all protected. But what we will do is we'll all the black bits that we can see from when the shielding's back on, we'll give them a bit of black paint, and we've got to take this backing off now. I reckon that's just a couple of screws. So let's have a look at that. I can see 2 screws just down here, and I'm hoping that will release that then. And yeah, that's released that. You can see what the colour used to be like. It was quite a nice colour there, but it's all tighty now, and it's not very good. So we'll just put these screws back in there so we know where they come from. Tiny little motor on this. So as you can see, there's not a lot to these little mobility scooters. Once you get the covers off, you just got your little motor on the back there. Tiny little chassis. It's a really lightweight one, this one as well. So you can just, one person can pick it up. So what I'll do now is I'll give all this a bit of a clean up, and I'll come back to you. Right then, so that's come up alright, that has. I'm happy with that. That's not too bad. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to probably just drop this on the floor, and I'm going to bring up the other bits, take a look at them. So one thing I want to paint is I'm going to give that a bit of a freshen up, because you can see all the paint's come off it there, and we'll give that a bit of a bash out there. But yeah, so we'll get all that loose stuff off, and we'll give that a bit of a paint. I think I've got some black paint over here on the shelf. So I've got this spray paint here. We're just going to give this a little bit of a blast, just to get rid of the rust, just to freshen it up a bit. Right then, so that's that painted. I'll just bring that down and show you. As you can see, it's just freshened it up a bit. It's took all the horrible rusty marks away, and it looks good as new that now. So I'll just keep that up there out of the way for the time being. And what we're going to do now is just get this mat off. So it's got the rubber bungs there, so we're just going to prise that out with a screwdriver. So that's the mat there. That can have a bit of a wash. Put that back in there. And I will take that off as well, because then I can hopefully get a better finish on there. Yeah, so that's pretty much ready to go now for being wrapped. That just wants a panel wipe down. I've also got that, I've panel wiped that already. And the colour we're going is this red here, which is the red that I actually used on the sticker board. So we can have an attempt at wrapping that then. That'll be in the next video, I think. I won't get all this done in this one because I've got to pick the kids up from school in a minute. So we'll probably leave that there for this video. I just use this panel wipe. So yeah, we'll have that to wrap in the next video. The main base and the little cowling on here, we'll take that off and get that wrapped as well. And I think that'll be it, but hopefully we get on the right with the wrapping. I'll say I'm no wrapper off. The first thing I wrapped was that sticker board, so this will be the first thing to test me with all the curves and corners and all that. I've got a DeWalt heat gun as well there to help me stretch the vinyl and hopefully get around these bends and that. So it's all a learning curve. It's an old mobility screw at the end of the day. If it don't look any good, we'll just take it off and we'll can leave it like this, or if we want to, we can rub it down and paint it, but I don't think I want to go that far. But I just thought while I've got it, I'll have a go with this wrapping, see what it's all about. So I'll leave a link for Andrew Thorne and Dusty Blonde's channels down below. Also got the Amazon wishlist there if anyone wants to go and have a look at that. And I haven't really got nothing else to show you at the minute. The shed's not finished yet. I haven't done much more with that. I need to get about, I think it's 6 more feather edge boards just to finish that. The Mondeo, the rocker cover gaskets all look to be seated fine. There's no oil coming out of there now, so I'm happy with that. It's all nice and dry around there. The running of it's spot on now with the new plugs. Still got no lights on the dashboard, so that evap valve has cured the problem on that one. So yeah, that's going spot on. We've got a few other jobs to do with it. I've got a drive belt to change on it, which I've got up there. We've got air filter. I've got the original air filter box to go back on it. I've just got to pick that up from the chap that I bought it from. So I'll have that to do. I've got a cabin filter to change. I can't see what else I've got. I've got a couple of new foot pedals, the rubber foot pedals to change. And oil filter and change. And I've got a fuel filter to change. So there's going to be a few more little jobs coming up on the Mondeo. It's just waiting on the weather because it's obviously we're outside jobs that. So yeah, I thought while it's raining outside, I'll dig this little scooter out and bring it onto you for you to have a look at. So we're going to leave it there, and until next time, we'll see you about.